Yeah, so I mean, I guess as we start thinking about the bid process in general, should we start off by just saying, how do you start with this, and are there any maybe unique pieces of advice that you guys might launch with?
Yeah, I think I'll take that one next. So, Jen and I have spent a lot of time talking about this topic, and I want to give her credit for saying this because she said to me, "The bid is the twin to stars." So, if you think about that, what she's saying is the bid's the input metric, and stars is an output metric, right? So, the bid, something you have to consider is the bid is done at the PVP level. So, you can have a contract that has multiple PVPs, but stars are given at the contract level. So, really thinking about this strategically, every one of your PVPs needs to be um, fashioned in a way that will win for the PVP financially, right? But then also produce that output metric and high performance in stars. And so, when you're planning the bid and you think about starting that whole process, you really do want to start with the end in mind and like what does winning look like at the PVP level? And then what would it look like from the stars perspective, right? Like at the contract level.
I think it's also important to like think about, if we're starting in the end in mind of what success looks like overall, sometimes you might be in a really high growth year, and sometimes, and I think 2025 might be one of those years. We got to double down on retention, accurate and timeliness of risk capture, and also just like, keeping water out of the boat as we take on a little bit more water in terms of planned liability. In being that we have a lot of provisions from the Inflation Reduction Act really hitting health plans hard in 2025. So when you're thinking about where you want to start, because it's kind of a really big process and it's easy to boil the ocean. Jess and I were having a great conversation about, you just got to really know your population. And I think, Jess, you were talking with me about really great ways to understand the membership.
Yeah, really, your member mix. Like, are they healthy? Are they low risk? Are they agents? Are they switchers? Did they have med supplement plans before that? With those PVPs, do you have D-SNPs? Do you have, high risk members that you need to be addressing? That all needs to be taken into consideration.